This is your Barbados Today evening update for Wednesday, June 21. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. What foolishness. That's how Attorney General Adriel Brathwaite describes the decision by the Barbados Prison Officers Association to take to the law courts to address their grievances. Back in March, disgruntled prison officers filed a constitutional motion in the High Court challenging the constitutionality of amendments to the Prison Act. The officers say it prohibits them from joining a trade union or any other bargaining agent. They also have been complaining of poor treatment, including late salary payments and the non-appointment of officers. Attorney General Adriel Brathwaite told reporters today the officers are free to take legal action, but he expressed dismay that he was not given a fair chance to address their concerns.
I sat with the prison officers. I said to them, please send me a list of your concerns. So they sent me a list of their concerns one day with a writ the following day. Right? So I said, but what foolishness is this? And stuff. You don't give us a chance to actually try to address your issues and stuff. So I've taken a position. That's what the court is there for. If they want to take us to court, they're free to take us to court. That is their right. I don't have a problem with it, one way or the other.
Brathwaite also rubbished claims that prison officers were being victimized. He suggested that officers had to shoulder some of the blame for the tensions at Her Majesty's prison doors.
They have rights, but what they do not have is a right to disobey the management of the institution. And for what I'm hearing, there are some challenges that we're having in that regard. We cannot go back to the dark days of Gandari and stuff, and I will do all within my power as minister to ensure that that does not happen and stuff. It has to be a two-way street. It has to be respect on both sides of the coin. I've said to the superintendent and to the management, ensure that when I go to bat for you, that I'm on good ground. Ensure that in fact, that if there's cry of victimization, that is untrue. Ensure that you dot your I's and cross your T's, etc.
The days of governments paying out large sums of money to finance tertiary education are over, and it's time to get used to it. So cautioned Education Minister Ronald Jones as he addressed the launch of the Association of Caribbean Tertiary Institutions 3-day course at the Courtyard Marriott. Educators attending the event had raised concern that large sums of money owed by regional governments to the University of the West Indies were critical to its operations. But Jones was having none of it. He insisted educators would have to learn to make do with what they have.
The world has changed and will never be the same. We are pretending. There are persons in Barbados who want to go back to 2001, 2002, 2006. It will never, ever happen. We are living in times of austerity. It will not last forever, but as times evolve and as times change, you will find that you can't return, but that you have to go forward with new systems, processes, methodologies, whatever, to achieve whatever you want to achieve.
Jones's stance did not stop the principal of the UWI Open Campus, Dr. Luz Longsworth, from pointing out that it was now harder to meet the education needs of students with such limited resources.
No matter how big or how small your institution is, I am sure that we can all agree that these are very trying and very testing times for anyone who works in tertiary education or higher education. All our institutions are faced with transforming themselves. We seem to be constantly transforming ourselves. We're faced with aligning to new financial realities, new governance models for the benefit of our students, our people, and our countries, as Dr. Dawson has just said, that we have a serious challenge in providing access for our students, our young people in the region.
ACTI President Dr. Carl Dawson, however, stressed that tertiary institutions will have to find more creative means to survive and satisfy the demands of students.
Challenges are many. It is not that governments perhaps would not like to finance more, but there are challenges as there are greater and greater demands for funds from the public purse. So it calls upon us then, how can we, while increasing quality, can develop a more efficient system that allows the same amount of money to cause more and more students to be educated. For that to happen, it calls for leadership.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Good morning, Phillips & Company, may I help? Oh, certainly. One moment, please. Miss Phillips?
Yeah?
There's a lady on the line from the Nation newspaper who would like to speak with you.
The Nation? Will she go on?
Well, they're trying to sell us some ads.
Look, don't make me laugh this morning. Ads in the Nation? They're real expensive, and for 1 year, nobody ain't buying them papers no more. Nobody want to steal news. I hear reading Barbados Today online for free. So I tell she thanks for calling, but no thanks. We just advertising Barbados Today, families. Tell she is Barbados Today all the way.
Okay, I'll pass on the message. Ma'am, are you still there? Oh, she put it down.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Regional news now. Former Haitian rebel leader and recently elected Senator Guy Philip was sentenced to 9 years in prison today after accepting a plea deal that spared him a life sentence for drug trafficking. Philip declined to speak as he was sentenced for money laundering and ordered to forfeit $1.5 million. The 49-year-old admitted in court back in April that as a police commander in the city of Cap-Haïtien, he accepted between $1.5 million and $3.5 million from drug smugglers from 1999 to 2003. Prosecutors say Philip and other police officers took the money in exchange for ensuring safe passage of cocaine shipments from Colombia and other countries that went through Haiti en route to Miami and other U.S. destinations. And we end with this story. 6 U.S. prisoners are being rewarded for saving a prison officer who suffered a suspected heart attack. The work crew had been cutting grass at a public cemetery when the corrections officer who was guarding them collapsed in the heat. Rather than take his pistol and run off, they used his mobile phone to call for an ambulance and later removed his bulletproof vest to perform CPR. Polk County Sheriff Johnny Mote said the Georgia prisoners, who all have committed minor crimes, will each have their sentences shortened by 25%. Now, the family of the officer brought them pizza and cupcakes the very next day. And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, or you can tune in to Mix 96.9 FM for the very latest. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good evening.